I wish that would focus. I'm not sure. There it goes. Alright, so I did the right tank. This one went almost as badly as the other one, but it does seem that I had success. The main problem I had is that right here there's a vent line that's running. The vent line, it's right under here, and so what happens is it has some clamps on it, and when I push the tank in, it drug, I think this one, it drug the nutsert that way, and I didn't catch it until I had put like probably half these screws on. And so when I went to put a screw in here, it just fell in because the nut plate was like here. So I realized right away what was going on, so I undid them all, pulled the tank out. Unfortunately for me to get there, I'm doing this by myself. I have an A&P supervising me, and he gave me the okay to put these screws in. But unfortunately, to get to that, I had to disconnect the fuel line underneath, which I did myself, but I don't want to hook it back up. I know that I'm capable of it. I want to respect, I want to respect the A&P, and anything that's mission critical like that, I'll let him do. So I just left it disconnected, and I'll let him reconnect it, but I felt comfortable disconnecting it. And I pulled this out, and sorry about the noise. I think there's an airplane right outside the hangar door here. So anyway, what I ended up doing is getting some safety wire, which I had floating around the floor somewhere, and I put a little piece of safety wire. I sort of did like this with a piece of safety wire, and I dropped it into the hole, so it was kind of sitting like that, and it was holding the nut plate underneath. And then when I slid this tank on, that safety wire was holding the nut plate. And then what I did is I reached underneath this little gap, and I pulled the little thing out, and the safety wire out, and it worked. So you got to be clever sometimes. But my hand, sorry about that, my hand is really red from gripping that screwdriver, and my wrist is tired, but I did every one of these by hand. I just felt better doing it that way. And here's underneath. So I feel pretty good about it. And like I said, I'm going to have the A&P hook the fuel line back up in there. And then if he wants to do any other checks on here, he can do them. So it is what it is. So I feel pretty good about it. And so as it stands, both sides are on. There's the other side. And if he'll hook that fuel line up, we can fill these things up with gas. Then we'll make sure the sensors work. And run leak test it. We'll run it and make sure nothing's leaking and so forth, and go from there. So I'll leave you with that. See you.